Bear River Live welcomes you to this presentation of Bear River Sports.
Gonna go look right, Eli Brager for the touchdown.
Around, great pass by Jackson Tire, just lays it over the top.
Point conversion is going to be completed. And what a hit.
Pass this time, going deep, first time, and brings it in. Good evening, everyone. Welcome in here to Senior Night here for Bear River High School, hosting the Deseret Peak Golden Eagles. Both of these teams coming in on the losing side of the record. 0-8 for Deseret Peak, 2-6 here for Bear River. One is on the inside, or one's on the outside looking in, rather, from the RPI. But we'll get to that here in a moment. Before we get too far, we got our keys to the game brought to you by Claire Wood. She's down there. It's brought to you by Bear River Animal Hospital. Claire Wood down on the sideline. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Tonight our boys are facing off against the Deseret Peak Eagles, and it's also our senior night. Talking to the Eagles coach, he says that it's the end of the season, today's payday. Right now we get to see what the boys have been putting in for the past 8 weeks, and hopefully they can leave it all out on the field and show their hard work. Talking to our very own Coach Ray, he says that we just need to win the turnover battle, and those 50-50 plays will be ours. Back to you, Andy.
All right, thanks, Claire. Thanks to Bear River Animal Hospital for sponsoring our keys to the game. Introducing our next voice, Mr. Joe Summers.
Man, couldn't ask for a better night of football. Second week of October, you don't always get so lucky with how the weather is tonight. Great night for senior night. Great opportunity for the Bears to pick up win number 3 on the season. You kind of mentioned it going into it. Deseret Peak struggles. It's tough to come in as a brand new program, brand new high school out in Tooele.
And bringing no seniors?
No seniors. So, you know, when they draw these new boundaries, when they put a school in, the kids that were in those boundaries, you know, they allowed the seniors to go, you know, finish out where they had been playing school all along, and all they have is juniors, sophomores, and freshmen on the squad, and it looks it. You know, you spend the better part of a decade growing up with the same players, going through Little League, Pee Wee football, all through high school, just to kind of start all over, new staff, new programs, new teammates, and but I mean, to give them credit, they battle hard. Watching the film, they try, they put the effort there. So I think I'm expecting to see a good fight out of Deseret Peak tonight. They are trying to, like you said, on the RPI outside looking in, they're trying to get their way into the RPI.
Trying to play spoiler here tonight, but I think Bear River's up high enough. I don't even think if, 2 losses to wrap up the season, I don't think that even drops Bear River out of the RPI. I think they're sitting at the 20th. Well, I guess we could look at that right now. It's brought to you by Bear River Animal Hospital.
Yeah,
Bear River Animal Hospital.
A loss to Deseret Peak tonight won't help their RPI by any means. They're sitting right there at 20. Deseret Peak's 25. So, this is kind of a
Deseret Peak win would probably bump them in.
So yeah, they've got something to play for. First season, brand new program, being able to go to the playoffs, a big deal. So I mean, Bear River can't just roll out there thinking this is going to be a laydown game by any means. It is senior night, last opportunity for these seniors to play on this field, which is a big deal. You got to go out and leave it all out there. We'll talk more about Deseret Peak and kind of what they do well and how their season's gone. But got to be ready for the Bears.
Bear Rivers will receive first. Again, we'd like to thank you for your support by hopping on and watching. We'll be thanking our sponsors throughout this one. Deseret Peak in white. Bear River all blacked out again here for senior night. And we are underway. Talon Raleigh with the kick, and we'll start off with an onside kick. Bear River covers that one up.
Yeah, great heads-up play. They're trying to steal a possession here. Is Deseret Peak just trying to catch the Bears napping a little bit, coming out of basically their opening play, not trying to catch them sleeping, but heads-up play, way to watch the ball. That's what your coach should do on that front line. Don't leave until you see the ball go past you. Bears are gonna start with some really good field position on the Deseret Peak side of the field.
Once again, this is another way that we get to honor number
So
75.
mentioned before, there's only going to be 10 players out here on the field for Bear
Yeah.
River.
Come on, Bear fans, let's get on
And you
your
see
feet for
number 75 jersey laying down on the field. We lost Cam West a year ago.
Bears happily take the penalty.
Great way to honor him.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, how about a little noise for number 75, Cam West. Grateful for the chance to honor Cam.
Little brother on the team,
We know how much we
taking
love him.
taking on the number 75.
It's like a classy move by Deseret Peak as well, just denying the penalty, turning it down. Bears will still start with we're 1st and 10 here. And yeah, really interesting to see what the Bears do now with basically 2 weeks of Corver Riley in leading the charge here at quarterback.
We'll go through his numbers here in a minute as a pitch. A little swing out here to the near side. Gets to the 40 of Frank Maskadoo, 1st down.
Yeah, and a great little pitch option here. They go with an I formation, an offset I formation. You don't see a ton anymore. Corver Riley just gets the snap under center, which they were having some struggle with last week. Just a quick pitch out there to Rigdon Vonk, and he does a great job following his blockers on the outside, picks up 9 yards, brings up 2nd and 1.
And the sophomore for the year, 81 carries, 309 yards, 7 touchdowns.
We'll go a little bit of a wing T look here. Corver Riley's alone in the background. Excuse me, the backfield.
They don't give him the 1st down, but they'll get it here for Frank Maskadoo, 1st down. Fly comes in towards the end of the play. We'll see what that is, but that's our player to bank on, Eli Breger. We'll talk about him. He's leading the Bears in receptions with 45, 621 yards, 5 touchdowns. But we're walking this one back.
Yeah, got a holding penalty there. Yeah, you kind of mentioned it. Eli Breger is our player to watch tonight for the Bears. He's got to have a big night with the ball in his hands, attacking this defense for Deseret Peak. We talked a little bit about how the struggles that they've had. I mean, when you look at the 8 games that Deseret Peak has played, they've given up 463 points, 70 points, 3 different games. Mm-hmm. Defense is susceptible. You know, you're playing with younger guys, playing with guys that haven't played together before. You can attack that and have some good success.
Brings up a 2nd down and quickly into the backfield. Can you bring him down? This is Clayton Barons making a guy miss or eluding a tackler. Goes for a loss of 1 when it's all said and done.
Yeah, number 40 for Deseret Peak, Xavier Valadez does everything but bring him down. Yeah, that's where you got to have your defense really rallying to the ball. Great job by Clayton Barons fighting, turning that into a positive play. Bears had struggled going under center, doing more of those jet sweeps last week. Struggling a little bit here again, getting the ball out from underneath center, turning around. A lot of those jet sweeps and options and motions and things like that require such good timing. Again, Bears haven't had a whole lot of time to practice that, but got to get that buttoned up. Watch for the lead here. Looks like Deseret Peak's going to be blitzing.
There's kind of been that wishbone look. Here's a handoff up middle, trying to find some space. He'll get a few yards back, but not enough for a 1st down. He'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Bears go into this. Well, it's like a little, what they call a tree formation. You're going to have two backs on either side of Corver Riley and your tailback right behind him. They like to try to do 2 lead blockers. Deseret Peak brings a run blitz, perfectly timed. It's going to bring up about a 4th and 3 here for the Bears. Again, now you got to be disciplined. If you're Deseret Peak, watch the ball. Nobody jumping off sides. If you're the Bears, try to establish some dominance here. Trying to move this line of scrimmage. They're going to line up in this tree formation again.
And as soon as you say it,
yeah, watch for the lead out to the left.
Corver Riley with a quarterback keeper.
Didn't get it.
Tries to get behind some blockers, but he stopped at the 40-yard line. Give credit there to Deseret Peak's defense.
Yeah, they just motion all 3 of those backs out to the left-hand side of the line of scrimmage. Corver Riley's just going to try to find the hole, follow his blockers, give credit Deseret Peak's defense, sifting through those blockers, tackling him short of the first down. Great fourth down stand there, basically causing a turnover, giving Deseret Peak's offense their first crack at getting some points here.
So Carter Stoyek, a junior, 33 of 122, 318 yards.
And he is the best athlete on the team, leading rusher for the team. They haven't been terribly efficient on offense. We talked about how many points they've given up.
A good space here. Might be a yard shy of a first down.
They're going
to
to
give it to him.
And that's their bread and butter offense right there that you just saw, where they're bringing number 5, their second leading rusher, into the backfield. That's Cruz Anderson. They motion him in, and you'll see Carter Stroyek just try to read if he's going to hand it off or keep it. That's what they love to do. They love trying to just catch a defense and with their eyes in the wrong spot, make them be wrong. They do a good job there. But we're talking about this Deseret Peak offense in the 8 games this year.
Ooh, a high snap. And nowhere for Stoyek to go this time. It'll be a sack here by Bear River.
Again, we've talked about Bear River's snap troubles causing issues in timing. You see it rear its head there against Deseret Peak, bringing up basically a 2nd and 17 here. But this Deseret Peak offense has only scored 15 points all season. 8 games, 15 points. So basically 2 points a game is all they're scoring. And again, I think that just speaks to how little time and chemistry these guys have had together. They're trying to make do with what they've got and find ways to be creative. Another high snap.
Stoyek just going to land on this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Again, going back to that sack, you got the usual people in there. Dallin Rice, Quaid Murray, Breckengarn, 70 tackles for him, 4 sacks on the season, 52 tackles for Dallin Rice.
And the Bears were bringing pressure off both edges there, trying to stop that outside read. Almost get back there to the ball just because of how fast they were coming, but we're going to have 3rd and halfway to Bothwell right here.
Stoyek all alone in the backfield. Obvious pass play here, trying to get something going. Bears bring a blitz, and they will get to him.
Yeah, and after that first initial play by Deseret Peak doing so well, some snap issues make them go backwards on 3 straight plays. Going to bring up a 4th and very long, obvious punting situation here. We'll see if they can punt it past the first down here, first down marker for this one.
Stoyek also the punter. Almost gets a block. But we'll take a Golden Eagles bounce right here to Gladen Behrens. Takes it over to the far side. Gets it back onto Deseret Peak's side of the field. For another offensive possession here for Bear River.
Yeah, and the operation time, that's what you call from on a special team standpoint of how fast the snap is to when the kick gets off. That's for punts, field goals, point afters, you name it. Operation time there was kind of slow, and so you have to, make sure the snap's getting back there fast enough that the kicker can get into his motion, get a good kickoff. And, the Bears are probably watching that one, thinking they're going to probably come after some more punts tonight, trying to with as close as they got there.
Corver Riley, his numbers are looking like a 12 out of 32. He goes to the air for the first time tonight and almost throws his 3rd interception. He's got a touchdown, and he's thrown for 187 yards.
That was Gladen Behrens in there. Corver Riley goes in motion, trying to fake the reverse.
Right.
And Gladen Behrens is lucky that was not intercepted. There was no way that was getting to the Bear River receiver. There's 2 Golden Eagles there ready to make that play. Just dropped it. I don't know if he was surprised with how how that ball came straight to him versus making it a little bit more difficult. Bears dodge a bullet there, avoiding the turnover.
Now we got Corver Riley back under center. My mistake, Mr. Behrens. Happy birthday, and Give it off here to Vaught this time. Nope, I lied again. This is Allen.
Bears get away with a little bit of a hold there on Cruz Anderson. Vonk's able to get about 3 yards, bringing up 3rd and 7. See him come off the edge here. Yeah, Cruz Anderson, who we talked about as one of the 2 best offensive players. Cruz Anderson's also the leading tackler for Deseret Peak.
Yes. Kind of your Swiss Army knife. 55 tackles for him.
Back here in this tree formation now.
This time, Corbett Riley goes to the air, and this one will be overthrown. Guy right in his face as he lets that one go.
Yeah, and he was trying to go to Eli Breger, just overthrown it. Eli Breger just kind of didn't. I don't know if he kind of cut that route off a little bit short, but just with where Corbett Riley was throwing that, I don't know if he was held off the line of scrimmage at all. His timing just kind of looked a little bit off, but the Bears are going to go again on 4th down here.
4th and 7 here for Bear River. I get to the 29 for 1st down. Empty in the backfield with Corbett Riley. Shakes out here to his left and throws this one at the feet for Gladen Barons.
It's going to be another turnover on downs. That's a tough throw for Corbett Riley going against his body there, the right-handed quarterback. When you haven't had a ton of time practicing those kind of throws, those kind of routes, you can sometimes get those thrown right into the dirt like Corbett Riley does there. This Deseret Peak defense has been holding strong, doing a pretty good job here against this Bears offense. Let's see if they can get their snap issues under control here and what they can do on the offensive side of the ball.
Striking the backfield, I think Cody Jensen back with him. It'll go to the air again. Far side, and this one's tipped. Incomplete here by the Bears defense.
Yep, trying to go to Cruz Anderson. Waylon Loveland does a good job of just undercutting this route. Almost is able to get 2 hands on that one. If he does, there's nobody in front of him. But trying to go to Cruz Anderson again. That's who they're going to be looking for on most of these kind of plays. They like to line up in the gun and have 2 receivers to each side, motion somebody back in, try to do some wrinkles off that.
Sort of a high snap, a little low snap, and Carter going to break it for a good gain. It might be a yard shy of the 1st down.
He's going to be right there again. I think they might give it to him. Yeah, and this is just a quick little, yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Yep.
Quick little read here, and all he's doing is he's just reading 2 receivers basically, and if nothing's there, he's just tuck it and run, and that's what he's coached to do. Another 1st down here for Deseret Peak. Another low snap on that one, though. You have to keep watching that. That could be a help to Bear River this game. They're having issues getting the snap back there, getting into their offensive plays and formations.
3 wideouts up top, 1 here at the bottom. Here for the Golden Eagles. Gonna pick the handoff here. Carter with a stiff arm and escorted out of bounds by Bennett Allen.
Yeah, great job there. Not getting juked, just coming up, making a good tackle by Bennett Allen. That can be hard to do out in space like this with a shifty runner, good athlete. Does a good job just fighting through the stiff arm, running him out of bounds. Tackled him for a loss of 2.
Brings up a 2nd and 12 here for the Golden Eagles.
And the Bears have been trying to dial up this pressure like they do most games. You know, they start with these 3 down linemen, have 2 outside linebackers and Breckengarn right there in the middle. They're trying to bring 4 to 5 guys each time.
And they meet him in the backfield this time.
Yeah.
Bennett again.
And that's all they're doing is they're just basically assigning different gaps when they're bringing that blitz, you know, whether he's coming inside, whether he's coming outside. You saw Bennett Allen basically line up on the outside of the tackle, then he comes back inside into the B gap. He's right there to make that tackle in the backfield. Another similar drive to the first one here for Deseret Peak. You know, positive yards, gets a 1st down, and then they just have gone straight backwards.
3rd and about 15 now. Blitz again. Garn trips him up. The shoelace tackle here for Breckengarn.
Yeah, and the Bears are going to keep dialing up these pressures. Deseret Peak has not shown that they've been able to pick up any of these blitzes. You can see right here, bringing 2 guys off the top of the formation there. If you're Deseret Peak, you know, start trying to think of ways. Hey, how can we do some type of quarterback draw? You know, keep the ball in the hands of Carter Stroyek. Try to find some screens if you got something in the playbook. Missed again. That was close. They're going to keep coming after it.
So we'll go out of bounds here on the Bears sideline. About the 42-yard line.
Yeah, now if you're the Bears, this is your 3rd offensive possession. Haven't been able to really get any momentum going on any of these play calls. You know, get back to you know, what are your favorite plays for Corver Riley? What are your favorite plays to get the ball in the hands of Eli Breger, Rigdon Vonk? Let these good athletes around Corver Riley go out and start putting some yards together. Line up in this offset eye again. Look for a sweep or a lead.
Barron's in motion. A little flick back over to Rigdon Vonk. We'll get to the edge. Cut it back inside. Frank Mason can do first down. Stays in. Walks the tightrope and a golden spike. Power Sports touchdown.
Yeah, they just tried to get a hand on him and just shove him out of bounds. It was close. He was walking that tightrope. He does a good job. I think Deseret Peak was asking for him right there to just, oh, he stepped out. He looked like some of the guys on Deseret Peak stopped, but Rigdon Vonk does a good job walking that tightrope. They don't call it back. They count it as a touchdown. Bears get on the board.
Stone Higley, senior here on senior night. Ready for the point after, and it is up, and it is good. So a 7-0 lead for Bear River. 2 minutes and 59 seconds still remaining here in the first quarter. So you had a Region 11 game last night. You had Ridgeline and Green Canyon. So for Pick'ems this week, you only got 2 other games.
I didn't even know they were playing last night. How did it go?
Ridgeline won. I think it was a little slow going, but then Ridgeline's Ridgeline, and
that defense for Green Canyon's no joke. But yeah, like you said, Ridgeline's got the guys up front and the athletes on the outside to break a game open.
So your picks for tonight, I think you got Skyview taking on Stansbury. We can pull them up real quick. Yeah, Stansbury, Skyview, and then Mountain Crest and Tooele.
Man, give me Mountain Crest. Give me the under.
I will go over on picking Mountain Crest as well.
Oh man, this one's kind of, in my opinion, who's going to have second in Region 11. Give me Stansbury over.
Ooh. I'll go with you on that one. Bear River with an onside kick of themselves, and Eli Breger keeping the possession here for Bear River.
Yeah, turnabout's fair play, I guess you could say. Deseret Peak tried this right at the opening of the game. Bear River comes back and says, I'll do you one better. And again, kind of what we talked about with how you coach that up of as a front, you know, the guys on the front line, you got to be ready for that any time. You see that ball coming, you've got to be able to know what you're supposed to do if you're going to start trying to go block somebody, if you're going to go get the ball. You know, again, that just comes with time and experience, something that Deseret Peak just doesn't have with virtue of how they've, you know, established their program and brand new school.
A nice move here by Eli Breger. It'll be a Frank Mason first down.
Yeah, this is exactly what we were talking about with Eli Breger being your player to bank on. Just get the ball in his hands and let him go to work. You know, they do a good job there, setting up a screen, getting the ball in his hands, makes a man miss. One good block downfield, you know, picks up about 15 yards.
Clock stop as he went out of bounds. 3 wide outs here at the top. 1 here at the bottom, and a throw back out. We'll try it the other way, Joe, and Eli Breger will get another Pragmatic Scoop first down.
Yeah, and this is what we saw Bear River's offense basically built on in the first half of this season when Jackson Tyre was still in there, and they were just trying to get the ball in these hands of these receivers on these screens. And when they do, and they have these opportunities to get out in space, they do a great job. Just hasn't been able to work as much with the quarterback issues and changes. That's great to see them getting back to kind of what they do, what they like doing, and getting in the hands of their playmakers.
Corbett Riley now under center. And a motion is Barons. And comes out here to look for somewhere to run, but Deseret Peak shuts him down.
Yeah, obviously they've seen something on film from last week where they know Barons is coming in motion. Look for that jet sweep. They do a great job of getting penetration, making Barons try to bounce it and get further and further outside. They just keep stringing it along. A great job by Zane Carter, running him to sideline for about a loss of about 7 there.
Second about. Gotta get all the way to the 10-yard line here for a first down under center. Bobbles a snap, and Corbett Riley just lands on top of it again. A 3rd and long here for Bear River.
Yeah, and that's kind of why these snap issues that we've seen on both sides tonight can be so deadly. You know, you talk about bringing up 3rd and long now. You know, you're hoping to try to be able to get to 3rd and manageable. You know, how can we turn this into a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 5? You know, that's kind of what you're calling that play for on 2nd down. Now on 3rd down and 17, your play calling drastically changes.
So match the Corbett Riley empty in the backfield. Here comes a blitz. Bear River picks it up, and Gladen Barons not going to run this one down.
He had him on the double move. Corbett Riley just lays it out there a little bit too far. Yeah, they tried to get on the last drive one with Eli Breger here as well. These Deseret Peak defensive backs have been biting on those double moves and those quick screens. Look for the Bears to come back to that one. Bring out Stone Higley to try to kick this one.
44. Ty Hess, the holder. And he pushes it too much, yeah.
He's got more than enough leg in any of these kicks he's done this year. More than enough, but just got to get the accuracy down. You know, give credit to this Deseret Peak defense. 3 out of the 4 drives now, they've had a turnover from the Bears, stopping them on 4th down. They've just got to be able to keep the momentum going forward on offense if they're going to try to stay in here. Again, Bears only up by 7. They've been able to have some good opportunities running the ball with Carter Stroyek, Cruz Anderson.
Stroyek will flick it off this time. Going back to your man number 5, Cruz Anderson.
Yeah, and he's going to be right up close, maybe a yard or 2 short of the first down again. Just run a little quick option. It's almost like a little bit of a veer read where they're reading, you know, that defensive end, running backs running up into the line of scrimmage. And Carter Stroyek just pulls that one. He kind of pitches it, and I didn't think he really had a need to pitch it.
I think he could have went a little bit longer.
He could have kept pressing that a little bit more, but pitches it to Cruz Anderson and gets it. He'll run it the other way.
And off up middle this time. This is Cody Jensen Jr. 32 carries, 129 yards, a touchdown.
Yeah, and you got to be really disciplined if a team's going to try to run some more of this option stuff on defense. You know, everybody's going to have an assigned man in the option. Bears do a good job of wrapping up the dive, which is the first priority when you're trying to defend the option.
2 wide outs up top, 2 at the bottom here for Deseret Peak. Stroyek gonna tuck and run, but not before Bennett Allen wraps him up again.
Yeah, and that Bears pressure keeps coming. They're bringing it every time. You know, if you're Deseret Peak, how can you try to take advantage of that pressure that's coming up the field so strong? Some kind of a draw, some kind of a screen. Now, got to be prepared to. Oh, they're going to call a timeout here. Maybe talk a little bit about this.
It's the end of the first quarter.
Punt protection. Oh,
I wasn't going to say nothing because I've been wrong multiple times.
we've been wrong.
So I'm just a little gun shy.
Takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, but we've been wrong plenty of times.
We're going to thank our sponsors. Flip the field. We'll be right back. It'll be 4th down for the Golden Eagles here at Bear River High School.
Investing in your education is an investment in yourself. Open doors with a degree from Utah State University and find your path to a more rewarding future. Reach your goals by attending USU Brigham City while staying close to home and saving money. Give yourself a chance to see the return. Your way, on campus, online. This is your U State.
Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Fourth down here at Bear River High School. Start of the second quarter. Taking a good Golden Eagle hop. Gladen Barron's going to bring it back the other way to get to the edge, and he'll step out of bounds.
Nice run for the Bears.
Spun the ball at the 45. Bear River will take over again. First possession here in the second quarter.
Watch for the motion here.
Quick handoff up middle. Good gain of 5 there on the ground.
Little wrinkle to that jet sweep. We've seen him go through a bunch last game and tonight. You kind of have the running back just offset. He's not lined up directly behind Corver Riley, but he spins around like he's going to hand off the jet sweep. And he just keeps turning, hands out the dive off, trying to just catch the defense with their eyes wrong for a split second and let that dive hit so fast that, you know, the running back's already up on them and past them before they can even react. Good little run there, 5 yards for the Bears.
That was Bennett Allen, the last ball carrier. Corver Riley spins around, goes forward for 3 yards. It's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. Going to bring up the 3rd and short.
Yeah, again, they run that same motion, same formation. Looks like Corver Riley just keeps it. I don't know if he's supposed to keep it, if it's supposed to be like a draw. Kind of what it looks like, because nobody was close to taking that handoff from him. But it'll bring up about a 3rd and 2 here. And watch out for the pressure here from Deseret Peak. Line up in this offset eye again. Here comes that run blitz.
Really hand it off here to Rigdon Vaughn. Patiently get it to the edge. And a Frank Mescadoo first down for Bear River.
Yeah, he does a great job just kind of going down the line of scrimmage. We got a injured Deseret Peak player right here on the edge. He does a good job. His aiming points filled up by a blitzer. Does a great job just kind of following his blockers and bouncing it. Able to just get enough on the edge there to get the first down. Keep this drive alive.
Injured player number 14, Stratton Willardson. Draws our first Miller Medical moment. Hope we don't have too many of them, but if you have one, give them a call at 915-6262.
Come back out. This little tree formation, 3 running backs.
Going to the air, Eli Breger cannot bring it down.
Yeah, and they went back to it just like we said on the last drive, Andy. They're trying to catch these Deseret Peak defensive backs sleeping here a little bit, biting up on some of these runs, some of these quick screens. Do a much better job than they did the first couple times of staying with Eli Breger. He does a great job just knocking the ball out of his hands. You know, really short-handed receiver, and Breger not able to bring that one in.
Stops the clock, 9 minutes and 59 seconds. Quarterback keeper here, Corbett Riley. We know he can run. He did it on Stansberry, but the ball just keeps bouncing and ends up in Brecken Garn's hands, and he takes it for another 5 yards.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because they had this blocked up really well with this QB lead. 3 lead blockers right up the middle. Corbett Riley just gets knocked out of his hands. Brecken Garn, right time, right place. The Bears are lucky to get that one back, and on top of it, get about 10 additional yards out of that fumble. It could have been bad for the Bears there if they turned it over inside their own inside Deseret Peak's end of the field again.
Said we're 1st and 10 here in the red zone, and Gladen Barron finally catches a break here on the edge. He'll be knocked out of bounds around well, not quite to the 10. See where the marker's down.
Just running this. They're sticking with this jet sweep. They like trying to get the ball out on the edge. They've done a pretty good job of blocking up the edge tonight. Getting away with maybe a hold or two, but hey, they're not calling it, so it's not a hold. I'm always a big proponent for no holding penalties, but yeah, do a great job there, picking up about 6 yards. 2nd down.
Riley under center. Pitching it back here to Rigdon Vonk. See if he can reach the red turf. Deseret Peak keeps him out of it, about 2 yards shy. That should be enough for you. Frank Mace can do 1st down, 1st and goal away for Bear River.
Yeah, and they're just running this little lead pitch here again. Trying to get out on the edge, trying to have more hats on defenders than they have available to tackle. They do a good job getting out of the edge, bringing up 1st and goal. They're blocking up pretty well tonight for this offensive line.
Barons and Breger off to the right. Big pitch. Try the wide side of the field this time, and in space. Another Golden Spike. Power Sports touchdown for Bear River. Rigdon Vonk.
Yeah, such a tough play to defend there. When you have the lead blocker, and you have somebody with the speed of Vonk getting out on the edge, just running to the wide side of the field. Great job there blocking everything up by these Bear River receivers. Lead blocking on all the DBs and outside backers for this Deseret Peak defense. Vonk's got his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Stone Igley for the point after. Kick is up and kick is good. 8 minutes and 57 seconds still have to go here before halftime. 14-0 for Bear River. We'll be right back.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits. Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. Let Kimberly Raydell and her team provide you with the best service for your home, auto, and life.
Welcome back here to Bear River High School. Still plenty of time left to go here in the second quarter. Bear River gets another touchdown here by Rigdon Vonk and another touchback here by Stone Higley. And it'll be first and 10 here for Deseret Peak.
Yeah, and Deseret Peak's been able to have some positive offensive plays, and a lot of their negative plays have been, you know, either inflicted by themselves or by this blitz heavy defense right now, the Bears. Kind of like we've talked about, you'd love to see him try to find some way to do some kind of draw, screen, slow down this rush and these blitzes by the Bears.
Pitch a little delay pitch going out of that far side. Bears got that one wrapped up.
Yeah, again, you see Carter Stroyak there pull on that option, and he's running. And I don't know what he's actually reading when he's doing that pitch, because he kind of faked the pitch like he was going to keep it, decided not to, and then kept going and pitched it anyway, and ended up losing a yard.
Eli Overman is Larry pitched it to. He's now lined up in the slot. Here at the bottom of your screen, 2 wideouts up top, 2 in the two in the bottom. Try to get it to him again. Another loss of 2 here for Deseret Peak again. That's Eli Overman.
Yeah, Breckengarn's just coming on these blitzes that the Bears keep bringing. You know, like we said, they're trying to find a way to bring a 4th or a 5th man with their 3 down linemen. Nobody accounts for Garn. I mean, as a middle linebacker, as an offensive line, that's who you're trying to identify first. Is who are we looking at right in the middle that we're going to be able to pick up? On that play, nobody did, and he just nice into the backfield and gets another 2-yard loss. Another passing situation, 3rd and 13 here.
Splits the wideouts again. There's 5 on the play clock. Handoff's going to go over to the left side. This is going back over to Cody Jensen, but again, a lot of black jerseys back there making the tackle.
Yeah, and when you start seeing, you know, these kind of plays, you're not really trying to do any kind of pass offense. You just kind of wonder what the coaching staff for Deseret Peak feels comfortable calling. You know, just what they've had time to work on and practice and actually feel comfortable calling in a game situation. Great job there, Carter's getting that one off.
He puts the right amount of English on it, always taking a bounce and spin the other opposite way. Clayton Barons brings it back. Marking him down at the 46 or 36.
Yeah, if you're this Deseret Peak coverage team, you got to be busting down there as hard as you can. Because, I mean, like you said, those bounces are taking a Deseret Peak bounce. And you got to be there to limit the returner. In this case, Gladen Barons picking that up and getting some yardage back. You know, those are the hidden yards in a game you don't really see or think about that affect, you know, field position, you know, points, touchdowns, field goals, you name it. Bears will start again here on their Deseret Peak side of the field.
Dallin Rice with the carry here. So it's behind those blockers. Again,
going with that little offset running back formation. Bring the jet sweep motion, just dive right up the middle. Handful of plays here right now are working for the Bears with these dives and then some of these lead, these outside pitches with some of the lead option here.
Rice able to get 5 yards out of that dive, like you said.
Deseret Peak had a good, you know, 3 or 4 first defensive drives, but their defense has been on the field a lot already in this half. You know, fatigue could be coming up here as an issue with trying to hang with these plays and everything that Bear was doing on the penalty.
False start here on Bear River.
Penalty goes against the Bears.
And a 2nd and 10. Pink flags tonight.
I feel like that used to be more of a thing. You know, everybody wearing the pink gloves, pink armbands.
Yeah, there's only one
pink spats.
There's one pink cleats out there by Breger. Deseret Peak's got pink gloves, but yeah. Corver Riley back to throw. He's got his man this time. Eli Breger making a move and into another Golden Spike Power Sports touchdown.
Penalties fly after. And Paradas here, the defensive back for Deseret Peak, just loses track of Breger. When this ball's up in the air, he's just can't find where Breger's at. Breger's good enough receiver to come back and get that ball, good enough with the ball in his hands to score. Check the penalty here.
Saying the touchdown's good on Sportsmanlike here on Bear River. Will just be reinforced on the kickoff.
Must have said something.
Yeah, because there really was no action. It had to have been verbal.
Said something about his mom, I guess. I don't know.
So the touchdown stands 20-0. Stone Higley tries to make it 21. Kick is up and kick is good. So Higley 100% so far tonight on extra points. 21-0 ball game, 5:02 still have to go. We'll be right back.
Monica Clevenger is a locally licensed realtor and notary public. She's passionate about helping people navigate the real estate market. As a longtime resident, she understands the unique charm and opportunities Box Elder County offers. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, her goal is to make your real estate experience smooth and enjoyable.
Cache Valley Bank is dedicated to fostering local businesses, aiding financial growth, and building strong relationships. From personal to business banking, we are committed to helping you reach your financial goals. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
Senior night here for Bear River High School, 21-0 lead. Here with 5 minutes left to go here before halftime. Stone Higley with the kick. This one returnable inside the 10-yard line. Bring this one back out to the 25 before he's pushed back.
And Cruz Anderson was running up there. Kind of looks like he was waiting for blocks to get set up and just kept waiting and waiting and waiting and never really took off. You end up having a kickoff that's moved back 15 yards because of the penalty. Hope to get a little bit better field position, but Deseret Peak will start here at their 25. Last series, it was 3 straight runs that went backwards. See if they can come up with something different here.
3 wide outs here at the bottom, 1 up at the top. Carter will throw into the backfield.
Good blocking.
Good catch and a run before Bear were able to push him out. I think that's enough for a first down. Mr. Cruz Anderson.
And Cruz Anderson is good with the ball in his hands. Seeing that this is the kind of stuff you want to be able to do if you're Deseret Peak to limit what that pressure has been doing to you up the middle that the Bears have been bringing. How can you get the ball out on the edge as fast as possible? Those quick screens, quick passes like that are great. Cruz Anderson with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
Try to flip and go to the other side as it's incomplete. Going back over to Cruz.
Yeah, just try the same thing the other way. Just throwing down into the dirt. Cruz Anderson smartly jumps on top of that. You never know, if they're going to think it's a backwards pass or what.
That's exactly what you do. Second and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. Empty backfield now. 3 wideouts here at the bottom, 2 spread out up at the top. Carter with a quick throw underneath, and this one goes incomplete. Cruz couldn't grab a hold of that before out of bounds.
And he had to kind of wrangle that snap kind of out to the side there, and he just kind of sidearm flings it out there to Cruz Anderson, bobbles it on the sideline. Otherwise, it probably would have been good for about 3 or 4 yards. Bring up 3rd and 10 here. It's kind of been the story for Deseret Peak. Get a first down and not really able to make anything else happen.
Bears bring the blitz this time. Chasing Carter around. And going to be pulled down around the 20-yard line by guess who? Bennett Allen having a good night tonight.
Yeah, he has been all over the place for this Bears defense. Again, you have to know that's coming if you're Deseret Peak and you're in 3rd and long. They're going to be dialing up the pressure. They bring 6 on the blitz that time. Have something called. Just a quick little screen out the backfield for Cruz Anderson. Something to just get the ball out of your hands quick. Because when they're bringing 6 guys, there's only 5 guys in the back end to cover. And you could get some good yards. See, now that's a better job there by Deseret Peak's coverage team getting down, not letting Gladen Barons get there.
Dallin Rice was about to go grab it.
Yeah, Deseret Peak just kind of let that one go, and nobody touched it. Dallin Rice, headsy play. We got a down Bear River Bear back here. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, you hope he's all right. Hope everybody's all right, but that's Brecken Garn, leader of that defense.
He's been toughing it out this season. So from the 30-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 here for Bear River. 3 minutes, 51 seconds still left to go. Halftime performance is brought to you by Tanglewood Studios. So stick around for those.
Back in that offset I formation. Go back to that toss that's been working really, really well.
Bonk has it inside, and it's going to be right at the marker.
And that's exactly how you want to have these plays go. I mean, it doesn't look like it's, anything crazy is going on, but I mean, shoot, Bonk is getting out on the edge and getting 5 or 6 yards before the first Deseret Peak defender could touch him. And they landed right on the chains there, so they might be trying to fix the chains.
He went right to the sticks. Literally.
I don't think anybody's hurt. I think they're trying to fix the chain. Looks like they might have it.
You're going to be close. See where they mark him. Now, yard shy.
Maybe we're only going to be going 9.5 yards for a first down the rest of the night. Who knows? Yeah, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Bent the stick.
That's what I'm saying, man. You only need 9.5 for a first down the rest of the night.
Sticking a 1 here for Bear River.
Watch the jet sweep motion here.
And off up the middle, good dive. Bennett Allen to the races on Deseret Peaks, half of the field.
And that's exactly what you want to have happen out of that motion and with that handoff. Like we talked about earlier, when you're handing that off, you want that motion from the jet sweep to get all the defense looking in one spot, thinking it's going outside, and this dive hits so quick, nobody can react. It's exactly what happens. Bennett Allen's having a good night tonight on defense and on offense. I know we still got a lot of football left to play, but he might be the front runner for player of the game tonight.
Brought to you by The Grill. Can't go wrong out there at The Grill. Dine in or take out. Riley will hand this one off. Going up middle, Rigdon Vonk for gain of 4.
And they just go back to that 3 running back tree formation. Just turn around, hand it off to Vonk, follow these 2 lead blockers. Yeah, I liked when they lined up in that and just basically had Corver Riley do a draw. Because, I mean, you're basically having 3 lead blockers with your 5 offensive linemen blocking for one guy right up the middle. And this defensive front for Deseret Peak is not, not as formidable as other defenses the Bears have played. You can get some good movement.
Go back to the air with that double move again. And this one underthrown. And a new course steal here for Deseret Peak at the 5-yard line. Zane Carter.
Flag flies after.
They don't like the spike.
Yeah, it's only going to cost them about 2.5 yards is all. It has been, there has been some jawing back and forth. We saw the unsportsmanlike on the touchdown that Eli Breger scored. Seen a little bit of, kind of shoving just half second after the play. They've gone to the well a few times with trying to get that double move. Great job there by Zane Carter. Coming in from his safety spot to pick that one off. Deseret Peak's going to take a timeout here. Yeah, you're backed up right here about the 2-yard line. You want to have your ducks in a row here, especially with the kind of pressure that Bear River, I'm sure, is thinking about trying to get that safety.
First Twisted Sugar timeout. And we'll take it with them and be right back.
Stop by Twisted Sugar and pick your favorite gourmet cookies. There's 18 flavors available each week, as well as cookies of the month. You can even get a specialty order of mini cookies for your favorite team or something sweet for that special person in your life. Be a smart cookie and get that sweet at Twisted Sugar. Miller Medical is ready to care for clients with full services for family medical. Be sure to schedule your yearly checkup to help you find out where you stand with your health. They can even help with weight loss and hormone therapy. Let Miller Medical take care of all your healthcare needs.
Wrapping up a Twisted Sugar timeout. 2:10 still left to go. 1st and 10 here for Deseret Peak, but ball spotted on the 2-yard line. Carter trying to get out of the end zone, and he will not. It'll be a safety here for this Bears defense.
Yeah, that's what I feel like you're taking that timeout if you're Deseret Peak to avoid. They just try to do this quick little, read handoff here. Carter keeps it. Bears are doing a good job on this defensive front, getting some penetration, getting into the backfield.
Cody Wilson records the sack and the safety.
Again, now if you're Deseret Peak, try thinking, how can we get out on the edge more? How can we get some of these quick passes going? The run game has just not been there. We've only got about 2 minutes left here in the half. They probably need to go to the drawing board at halftime and try to find some different options. If you're the Bears, just keep dialing up the pressure. They haven't shown you that they can stop it at all. And the Bears will have a good opportunity to get the ball back here and score before half. Deseret Peak will start with it.
Yeah. Safety kickoff at the 20-yard line. Bears should get a good return out of this. Fielded at the 20.
Watch the reverse here.
Pitching it coming your way on the near side. Good block, and Rigdon Vonk down the sideline. Stiff arms, a flag, and going to be pulled down to the 5.
And that's number 33, Vaughn for the Bears. Great return by York for the Bears.
I think they're going to try to say there if there was a block in the back or a hold. I can't decide. All the Bears coaches with their arms in the air asking where it was. It's going to cut. They're going to say it's right about there. There's a hold on number 1 on Gladen Barons, I'm guessing. I didn't think there was enough there to call it. But again, Deseret Peak did not do a bad job of covering that. It's just the Bears kickoff team did, or excuse me, return team did a better job of blocking it. Give Vonk credit. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit this year. He is a very, very talented runner. He's got a few more good years in front of him of running the ball as well. Yeah, looks like what it was. Just called a holding penalty on the Bears. It'll back them up. They'll still be on Deseret Peak's side of the field here.
1st and 10 from the 47. Corver Riley, the man in his face, gets this one out, and Gladen Barons with a Frank Maskadoo first down, somehow stays on his feet. Able to get 2 more yards out of that.
Credit to Corver Riley there. He had pressure in his face immediately as he fakes this handoff, or fakes this pitch, excuse me. Gladen Barons catches that off his shoelaces. And again, we've talked about it. Eli Breger, Gladen Barons, they can make some stuff happen with the ball in their hands. They're tough to bring down. They're shifty. They're good runners. Get the ball in their hands, they can do some damage.
Corporal Riley with this keeper, but gonna get met in the backfield here by Cruz Anderson.
Yeah, and you just got to follow your blockers there. If he goes straight up the middle, you know, he's gonna be getting some better yardage there. He tries to bounce it. You know, just some of those things you get with more experience. You keep following your blockers. You know, you go outside, nobody's accounting for those guys. And Cruz Anderson, leading tackler for the Deseret Peak team, brings him down for a loss of about 3.
40 seconds left to go. Bear with all 3 timeouts. Maybe 2nd down, and give it over here to Eli Breger to make some magic happen. He gets to the sideline out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, and Frank Mays can do 1st down along with it.
And that is another Bear River 1st down.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of these Deseret Peak defenders asking for some kind of holding penalty, some kind of block in the back. You know, they've been getting blocked up a lot, asking for some of these penalties now. Again, Eli Breger does a good job with the ball in his hands. Clock ticks down now to about 26 seconds left. Got to be aware of that. Like you mentioned it, Bears have all their timeouts still.
Timeout, Desert Peak.
Desert Peak will take their 2nd one, and we'll take it with them. Another Twisted Sugar timeout. We'll be right back. Throw goes incomplete.
Corbett Riley was going to the right spot there, trying to find the hole in that zone. Just throws it a little bit behind him. The Bears are doing the right thing, trying to go up the sidelines here, preserve some timeouts. You know, it's not out of the question to go into the middle of the field here. They still have all 3 of their timeouts. You basically got 2. You always want to hang on to that last one to, you know, preserve in case you need to get the field goal team on there. But you can keep attacking the middle of the field here.
The screen out here is Eli Breger will duck out of bounds.
Yeah, and you'll notice here all the Bear River offensive linemen are just cutting down the defensive linemen. You're doing that just because you want to get defenders' hands down. You don't want them trying to jump, trying to get their hand on the ball when you're trying to make a quick pass. That's exactly what the Bears are doing. They're just getting the ball out quick, trying to get it in the hands of Eli Breger, let him run up the sidelines. He picks up a few yards there and gets out of bounds.
3rd and about 2, and Miller ready to run without that ball.
you called it. He was already turning that corner in his head, trying to get around to the end zone. It was an incomplete pass, but Bears will take their first timeout with 14 seconds left here.
So it'll be a 4th and 1. Just making sure all the T's are crossed. Only one more game remains here in the regular season. It'll be a date with the #1 team in 4A, the undefeated Ridgeline Riverhawks.
I believe they've secured Region 11 champions as well, Ridgeline, after winning last night. So, yeah, I'll be curious to see how, you know, it always feels like those games are kind of some trap games for those kind of teams where, you know, they're already kind of looking into the next week or 2, you know, because they're obviously going to get a bye being #1 in the RPI right now. Probably how it'll shake out. So, you know, you're curious how motivated they're going to be going into that game. Bears could be extremely motivated.
Man, Bennett Allen explosive, but loses it in the end zone. Do they say he crossed with possession?
No, they're going to rule out a fumble and a touchback.
Ooh.
Man, he was smelling end zone. Great job there by the Deseret Peak defense, coming in and knocking that out. That was the only thing that was going to keep him from scoring, is if he fumbled. He does a great job knifing up the middle. Can't see Cruz Anderson.
Yeah.
Comes in, knocks the ball out, runs out of the back of the end zone. You know, great play call there by the Bears, going back to that dive. They're blocking that up really, really well against that front, but heck of a play by Cruz Anderson, keeping more points off the board, keeping this more manageable. You know, right now it's still a 3-score game. Got to see some different adjustments here on the offensive side of the ball. We've only got about 7 seconds left. I'm sure they'll probably just take a knee here, but
they're lining up to go. 3 lineouts here at the
go
bottom.
empty.
2 at the top, and Carter drawing him back. Here's a screen and going incomplete here to Anderson. Still 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the Bears are just still bringing that pressure. Carter's slow to get up there. They're bringing that pressure, and they're bringing it where this offensive line for Deseret Peak isn't identifying, you know, a lot of these defenders, and they're just kind of getting free shots at the quarterback. It's not a great way to try to keep your quarterback healthy by any means, letting him have free rushers, you know, right in his face as he's trying to get some of these passes off. But I like the idea, you know, getting downfield, attacking the middle of the field for Deseret Peak. Got to find some ways to try to block up some of these defensive blitzes and formations that the Bears are bringing right now.
Deseret Peak looks to take their last time out. We saw on this screen Carter Stroyek trying to shake that arm out. Got hit on that last throw.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for that pressure, you know, Cruz Anderson might have made that catch. Just kind of hits him right in the shins. That gets up a little bit higher in his chest. He can probably make that catch and have some room to run, but here comes that pressure again. See, yeah, you got to get that out of your hands.
And Allen in his face, and that'll do it here in the first half. Halftime score, Bear River 23, Deseret Peak 0. Again, we got a halftime performance that's brought to you by Tanglewood Studios. Enjoy the show. We'll get you ready for the third quarter.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
With over 60 years of experience and personalized service, Guild Mortgage is your key to home ownership in Box Elder County and beyond. Stop by or give us a call today. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters.
For all your embroidery and screen printing needs, whether for business or just for fun, stop by Cover Up in Tremont or Brigham. At Cover Up, yeah, we can do that.
Your Bear River cheerleaders.
We were standing. We were standing our ground. We will not back down. 'Cause we want that crown. We fight, fight, fight. We love right, left, right. We will stay down. We stand for something. We do it good, right? We never back down. We never go forward. We take our soul. Just so nobody we don't know. When the bell rings, come out fighting. We will never back down. Never cave in. We choose to stand and fight. It's time to weigh in. We're ready for war. We hit the floor. Before we get inside, we're ready for war. You better bring it 'cause the pillars not gonna save you this time. It's our time to shine and we won't let it go. We've been working too hard for us to not bring the title home.
Let's make some noise for your Bear River cheerleaders. All right, everybody, it's time for our punt, pass, and kick activity. Each team of 3 cheerleaders will start with the ball on the 35-yard line.
Meet the dedicated veterinarians at Bear River Animal Hospital. Whether you have small or large animals, they can provide high-quality, customized vet services, including exams, vaccinations, surgery, dentistry, x-rays, and ultrasound. Make an appointment at 435-257-7455.
Did you know Kent's Market has an app? And it's free. Just go to your app store and type in Kent's Market and it'll come right up. Downloading the Kent's Market app gives you access to digital coupons, weekly deals, and access to your Kent's Kickback account. As you can see, the app is easy to use and can help you save. Download it now and get exploring. We'll see you soon at Kent's.
Monica Clevenger, a locally licensed realtor and notary public, has experience in the title business, equipping her with invaluable knowledge about the intricacies of property transactions. She can ensure everything goes smooth from start to finish. Besides great credentials, she has a genuine passion for helping people and building relationships based on trust and transparency. Let her make your real estate dreams a reality. Central Milling is the farmer, the miller, and the baker working to preserve American farmland for tomorrow while preserving the highest quality of flour and grains to the bakers of today. Select the best products for your family by using Central Milling Company. Need something for your sweet tooth? Then stop by the grill for one of their tasty desserts. They have some new options, including pie varieties each week. Enjoy one of their delicious treats today.
Hi, I'm Dusty Hootie Roach with Roach Financial Group. We specialize in all aspects of the financial planning spectrum, namely investment and retirement planning, business and estate planning, new 401k group and health plans, as well as health, life, and Medicare supplement plans. Stop in at Roach Financial Group, where you can get big city service and small town care.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits. For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware, happily serving the community since 1976. Bear River Floral and Gifts has something for everyone. Whether you're getting flowers for that special someone or a gift to brighten someone's day, they have plenty of options for you to choose from. Their floral designers have the expertise to create something breathtaking. Stop by their shop on Main Street today.
Prepare to be impressed. Let's make some noise for your Bear River Drop Team!
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Mia classes. Enjoy co-ed hip-hop, classical ballet, point, contemporary, jazz, along with karate and parkour. Tanglewood is a USAG licensed gym offering bars, beam, vault, and a spring floor. Mom and Me and toddler classes are offered in music, dance, and gymnastics. Tanglewood Tots preschool includes dance, gymnastics, music, and live sports. Singing classes, guitar, and musical theater are also offered. Family rates are available, so come join the fun.
Miller Medical is a proud supporter of Bear River Sports. Not only do they offer great services with Dr. Todd Miller, 3 nurse practitioners, and other medical specialists, they are the injury update and medical moment sponsor in all of Bear River Live's sports coverage year-round.
At Roach Financial, we like to bring big city service with small town care. We're tough, we're gritty, we're honest and hardworking. You can truly say, we're with the Cowboys. You're one of us when you're with Roach Financial Group. With offices in Salt Lake City and Tremont, Utah, you can assure that we'll be able to accommodate to any of your needs and objectives that you might have. Come in for a free consultation or reach out to us.
Investing in your education is an investment in yourself. Open doors with a degree from Utah State University and find your path to a more rewarding future. Reach your goals by attending USU Brigham City while staying close to home and saving money. Give yourself a chance to see the return. Your way, on campus, online. This is your U State.
Need something for your sweet tooth? Then stop by the grill for one of their tasty desserts. They have some new options, including pie varieties each week. Enjoy one of their delicious treats today.
Wrapping up halftime here at Bear River High School. A 23-0 lead here for the Bears on senior night. But the Deseret Peak Eagles will have the first possession here in the second quarter, or second half. Stone Higley will send this one into the end zone here for a touchback.
And as we look over first half stats, it's pretty glaring when you look at the total yardage for Deseret Peak, negative 33 yards. You start factoring in all the sacks, tackles for loss. Thanks to that pressure that the Bears defense has been bringing consistently, relentlessly. And, it's something, as the coaching staff for Deseret Peak, I'm sure was, on the drawing board, on the whiteboard at halftime, trying to find some ways to stifle that pressure. Looks like they're going to try to go to Wildcat option here.
Eli's going to keep it out of the Wildcat, gain about 3 yards on that run.
Yeah, and again, like we talked about, is you got to find some ways to keep the positive yardage. They're negative 33 yards overall. They're averaging negative 1.5 yards per play. Every play you're basically moving the ball back 1.5 yards. Got to start out getting some positive yards. It's a great way to do it right there on first down.
Overman trying to dig him out of that hole, and 2 wideouts here at the bottom. Overman with a flick over here to Carter or Cruz, excuse me.
And the Bears defense does a great job of playing that pitch. You wonder now as well, we kind of saw the starting quarterback for Deseret Peak holding his elbow going into halftime, took some hits on some of those blitzes. Wonder if that turned out to be a little bit more serious, and how much we're actually going to see Carter Stroyek here in the second half, just with these first 2 plays, having Eli Overman in there, just a sophomore running quarterback for you.
Cruz the man in motion. A little delayed handoff, and Bear River is tackling everybody.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do when they're trying to run those option plays. They're trying to just figure out who's going to be coming and who's going to be blocking who. And as that right tackle, number 71 for Deseret Peak, Pule Fo'ulaulu, he just, you got to make a decision to block somebody, and he just doesn't know who to block and ends up blocking nobody. Yeah, and well, we see Carter Stroyek come into punt.
Nothing wrong with his leg. He wasn't shaking his leg.
I guess his leg's okay.
Waiting for one more player. Damon Anderson on that last tackle here for Bear River. Yep, definitely nothing wrong with his leg as this one keeps on rolling. Going to be down at the 38. Bear River will have their first offensive possession here in the second half.
Yeah, and the Bears kind of found a little bit of a rhythm in some of the run games. I mean, they were doing a lot of good rushes, using Bennett Allen, using a little bit of Dallin Rice, obviously Rigdon Bonk being in there a little bit, using the jet sweep, dive motion, doing a lot of, outside zone with a lead blocker. Then they're kind of throwing in some wrinkles with the double move and kept moving the ball downfield, put some good points on the board, and they'll go right back to the dive here as well.
Flag on the play, far side. Dallin Rice gets a good gainer. Let's see if it comes back.
They're saying somebody lined up in the neutral zone, potentially.
They are not walking it back.
We got fresh pizza recently delivered to the cook shack. It's a great time to grab
I didn't really see what the penalty was, but they're going to march off 5 yards and keep it first down. Look for the Bears to maybe potentially.
That's weird because Dallin Rice got more than.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just going to try to take a shot here because they got first down and 5, so nothing else, you get second down and 5.
Quick handoff, didn't really see that one coming, and down to the 50 for Frank Miskew, first down.
Yeah, and this jet sweep motion has worked exactly how you'd want it to if you're the Bears. You know, they've been sending Layden Barons in motion a lot tonight. You know, are they going and that's what you want to have is the defense, you know, are we going to hand it off to them? Are we not? Are we going to hand it off to the dive? Are we going to
that
do a
little
double?
hesitation?
That's what you have to set up, and that's what you want to have happen. You know, or are we going to have Corver Riley keep it? You know, then you start adding more wrinkles of like, hey, can we run this out of a different formation, different look, get a better defensive look? Can we do some passes off of this? You know, this is what you need to do, and what we really haven't seen out of the Bears offense so far this season.
Didn't look off the linebacker, and Cruz going to bring it back and take the shutout away. He's got to beat Corver Riley, and he's going to stop him. No, he puts it on the line.
And he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. Gold Spike Power Sports touchdown here for Mr. Cruz and the Deseret Peak.
And that's just
Eagles.
A great one-man effort on reading the play, making the play, and then
Not
finishing
being
the
denied.
play. Yeah, Corver Riley has a shot at him. You know, and it's probably good that we don't have video review in high school. He probably would have been marked down short, but they call it a touchdown. Great play by Cruz Anderson, just reading that. You know, he has to know that quick pass is coming just based off of whatever formation they were in or whatever motion Corver Riley did. Super heads-up play. He's really been the player of the game so far tonight for Deseret Peak, has Cruz Anderson. He takes the shutout away. You know, really brings the total of Deseret Peak's points on the season up. You know, only scored 15 points so far this year. You know, brings that up to 22 points on the season. So, great job.
With a commercial break, 23-7, 7 minutes and 54 seconds. Be right back.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware, happily serving the community since 1976. Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits.
Telling Raleigh to kick this one off here for the Golden Eagles. Just drives this one and a little pitch off here to the near side. Able to make a couple guys miss. This is Ty Hess bringing it almost back to the 50-yard line here for Bear River. He'll be just shy of it. Mark him down at the 48.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed with this coverage team from Deseret Peak is they're not having a ton of urgency getting down the field. It allows these little wrinkles that the Bears are throwing at them with these reverses to get set up, allow these blocks to get set up. That's why you're seeing such good returns. On these kickoffs, you gotta be putting in all the effort, all the strain to get down there, not allow these blocks to get set up. It looks like they might have got some kind of penalty to bring that one back. But again, that's exactly what you needed to have happen if you're Deseret Peak. It may not have happened on offense, you know, like you wanted, but coming out of the half and getting some points is exactly what you do want to have. You know, playing with a little bit of confidence now. You're in this game, only down 2 scores right now.
Pitch out here. Got a Rigdon Vonk. Gets the edge, and Frank Mascadoo first down. Taken out of bounds here by number 30, Royce Decker.
Yeah, and this is a nice, we've been talking about these little wrinkles to this jet sweep motion. This is one where they fake the jet sweep one direction. As soon as he fakes that jet sweep, he's pitching it out the backside where the motion came from. And it just, again, getting the eyes in the wrong spot, getting defenders going one way for that split second. Rigdon Bonk does a great job there, just taking it up the sideline, getting first down.
Barron's in motion. Here's the turnaround play. Corbett Riley with a keeper. Frank makes do first down and crossing into Deseret Peak territory.
Yeah, now this formation and this motion is doing exactly what you want it to. Right now when the Deseret Peak defense is seeing this motion, they don't know what's coming. They don't know if it's the jet sweep. They don't know if it's the dive. They don't know if it's the pitch out the backside. Now they don't know if it's the keeper. So this is exactly what you want to have happening if you're the Bears offense. 2 straight plays, 2 first downs on the ground, which has been a rarity this year for the Bears. They're getting first down on the ground. Now this opens up so much in the pass game as well.
Keeping it on the ground here with Rigdon Vonk, and lower his shoulder at the 40-yard line. Couple yards shy of first down.
Yeah, and honestly, why not keep it on the ground with how well it's been going? And again, this is just great job blocking up front. And these Deseret Peak defenders are not getting off blocks, and it's allowing these running backs and everybody to kind of pick and choose where they're hitting the hole and get a lot of good yards here.
Low snap. Corbett gets it up over here to Gladen Barons and gets past one guy. Does he get through another guy? I think he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets a Frank Mace first down.
He's slow to get up now is Gladen Barons.
Right there on the sideline again, a Miller medical moment. Have had a few of them here tonight. It's too late in the season to lose any more.
Yeah, I mean everybody at this point in the season is dinged up, playing with something. Nick, bumps, bruise. What you can't have is injuries. Playing hurt, that's normal. Avoid the injuries.
6 minutes, 29 seconds still left to go here in the third. Be 1st and 10 here for Bear River. All about the 29. And off here to the end around. This is Rigdon Vonk.
Yeah, and Vonk's now kind of gone in where Barons was in this jet sweep motion coming from the receiver spot.
So in this game, we've seen the jet sweep progress immensely. From the very first even for the first of this game, even going into last week, the timing's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, and it all starts with the center quarterback exchange. Give credit to number 56 of the Bears in Porter Wood with how well he's done. You see we're switching back between. Watch the wheel route there, nothing there.
Try to get it on his leg. It'll be a sack. Loss of.
Guess who? For Deseret Peak. But
cruising his way to a sack, Mr. Cruz Anderson.
3rd down, 12.
Yeah, like we were saying there for the Bears, give credit to Porter Wood with. It's not easy to do to transition from, under center to shotgun back and forth like that. He's doing a great job. Not only just getting the play started, and it's progressively got better as they'll go back under center, jet sweep motion.
Quarterback keeper here, Corver Riley. He'll get stopped before he can make it back to the 25. Flag will come in late.
Like we said, Bears have been kind of chippy tonight, and a lot of these Deseret Peak guys are kind of getting fed up with it. Let's see who they catch. They usually catch the second guy.
So the run by Corver, still going to bring up a 4th down. It's like 4th and 8, 7, maybe 7.
And for everything the Bears have done well in this drive, Deseret Peak is forcing the 4th down. Bears are 0 for 3 on 4th downs in the first half. You know, that in my book, those technically count as turnovers.
Personal foul goes against.
So personal foul, and it actually ejects a player from Deseret Peak.
Oh, shoot. That'll give the Bears a 1st down as well. Exactly what you can't have happen. Like we were talking about, the Bears have been, there's been a lot of Deseret Peak players complaining about holding or shoving after the play. Just that extra little second that they've been, the Bears have been blocking after the whistle. This frustration's getting to this Deseret Peak team. I didn't see who they ejected.
I didn't either. I just saw the motion from the ref. Clayton Barron's back in the game again. He'll get the ball, hand it off, and bring it here to this far side. Just refuses to go down.
Good strong run there by Barons. Eli Breger has been quiet this second half as well. They really haven't needed to pass with how well the run game has gone. With where you're at on this field, with how much you've been running the ball, might be a good opportunity to look for some kind of pass play. See, and that's another little wrinkle you'd want to try to put in out of this little jet sweep play that you've been doing, or out of this little tree formation that you have here. Just their eyes are so trained to be looking for this dive. Great wrap up there.
Flag on the far side, Brecken Garn, your ball carrier. Like you mentioned, a good open field tackle.
Penalty goes against the Bears.
Must have been a legal
motion.
Well, usually when that happens, whether it's a legal formation, illegal motion, false start, they just blow that dead. Yeah, they let that one play out, but nonetheless, it'll back the Bears up 5 yards, bring up about 2nd and 14 here.
Almost 3.5 minutes still have to go here in the third. Eli Breger here at the bottom of your screen. He's looking his direction, looking in zone. Little space, and another pick here for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, that's not the first time we've seen Corver Riley underthrow. That saw one that in the first half. Well, actually, that was Gladen Barons that threw that one in the first half. But, there's been quite a few turnovers and missed opportunities for turnovers. If you start counting the number of 4th down conversions that the Bears haven't gotten, that was one of the keys to the game that Coach Waite talked about, is winning the turnover margin. And right now, Deseret Peak is taking the ball away. Luckily, the Bears defense has been stout, bringing this pressure. The defense for Deseret Peak is obviously what scored the points for them in this game. Now you've got to find a way to get your offense going for Deseret Peak. Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Eli Overman's still in at quarterback, so I'm wondering if something is wrong with the arm or elbow of Carter Stroyek. He finished that first half kind of holding that arm a little bit.
Tennessee Greenhill had her pick in the end zone. Like you mentioned, keeping points off the board. 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Twisted Sugar timeout taken here by Deseret Peak.
That's quite the first name, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
You know, we know Tennessee. It's just not unfamiliar. I haven't heard anybody's first name called Tennessee. Brother Mississippi.
2 timeouts remaining here for the Golden Eagles. Eli in the backfield. Try to get back to the line of scrimmage and does.
Yeah, Breckengarn was just coming all the way on that blitz. He blitzes that A-gap. Nobody picks him up. And so it's not allowing any of those run options or run motions that they're trying to do with Eli Overman. You know, as your backup quarterback, you're not sure how much he can actually do in the pass game. Not that they were super strong in the pass game with Carter Stroyek either, but Bears right now are just bringing the house and just it's not getting picked up, and it's really not allowing this run game to get going either.
Man, off to the races again. They're trying to get a screen or something to beat this defense, but just being too quick.
Yeah, you're no matter what you're doing right now, the Bears' pressure is just getting home. It's not getting picked up by this offensive line. You almost wonder, you know, can you run a QB sneak? Just do something to keep the yards moving forward. Not allow, you know, because right now, where they're, you know, when you line up in shotgun, you're 7 yards off the ball. You're already 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. When you're getting pressure like this, that's in your face before you can even, you know, get set like right there, you know, and it's not allowing anything in your offense to get going.
Jackson Toffee.
And, you know, if you're going to try to stay in this game, Deseret Peak, like you talked about, and we're getting down to be 2 minutes left here in the third. If you're going to try to stay in this game, only down 2 scores, you've got to have something happen on offense if you're Deseret Peak.
Carter out of punt. Fielded here by Gladen Behrens, and he'll bring it back over here to the near side of the field and take this one back for a Golden Spike Power Sports touchdown on his birthday.
He's going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty to boot.
Touchdown, your Bear.
Getting a little iffy on how these kids are spiking the ball after these touchdowns. And again, we've talked about the coverage team both on punt and on kickoffs for Deseret Peak, just not getting down there with any kind of urgency. And a lot of times these punts from Carter have bounced. That one was actually caught on the fly and allowed Gladen Behrens to get into his return much quicker. Kind of caught everybody off guard on Deseret Peak, and they're not able to adjust and actually start getting down and covering and making tackles. Again, give credit to the Bears return team. They've done a good job blocking so far tonight, and you know, both on the offensive side of the ball and special teams, it's really allowed the Bears to have the success they've had.
Like he says, just not liking the spiking the ball down, so it'll be a long kick for Stone Higley on the kickoff, but right now it's just normal, straight up and in on the PAT. 2 minutes and 17 seconds still left to go. Bears up 30-7, and we'll be right back.
Golden Spike Power Sports is still family owned and operated, serving the Bear River community since 1947. We're here to take care of all your power sport needs, located right on Main Street. Come and check us out and experience the difference. Miller Medical is a proud supporter of Bear River Sports. Not only do they offer great services with Dr. Todd Miller, 3 nurse practitioners, and other medical specialists, they are the injury update and medical moment sponsor in all of Bear River Live's sports coverage year-round. Need something for your sweet tooth? Then stop by the grill for one of their tasty desserts. They have some new options, including pie varieties each week. Enjoy one of their delicious treats today. For over 80 years, Farm Bureau agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. Let Kimberly Raydell and her team provide you with the best service for your home, auto, and life.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly...
Stone Higley kicking it when the ball's placed at the 25. Will be returnable. Pull it about the 10. Ran back to about the 25. Martin with the tackle, along with many other Bear River guys. This is Zane Carter on the return here for the Golden Eagles. A little bit further than a touchback. 2:07 left to go here in the third. Eli Overman all alone in the backfield. Able to get this off, but a new course still going back the other way. Dallin Rice. We'll put the Bears back in good. They got flags though.
And they're trying to execute on this quick pass game. Dallin Rice does a great job of just getting in the passing lanes, because you got to know with the pressure they're bringing, the ball's going to be getting out quick slants, quick outs. Dallin Rice coming, if you can see him right here at the top of the formation, just falls back in, right in that passing lane. It's right there, Johnny on the spot. Bears are going to get a holding penalty on the return, but they will keep the ball. And just as we talked, started making the comment about all the turnovers going Deseret Peak's way, Bears come back with one of their own.
I'd like to thank Nucor Steel for being your sponsor for stills this season. So 1st and 10, Corver Riley all alone here in the backfield. This is Wade Barron's at the bottom of your screen. Fake the pitch back over to Barron's, and Corver will be taken down for a loss of about 1.
Yeah, they did that motion a few times in the first half as well, trying to get Corver slow
this is not
to get
what
up.
You want. Already on your third quarterback, Oakland Martin puts his helmet on.
Yeah, and Handy, we were just talking about how they're getting everything down.
Man,
from the standpoint of.
Hey, hopefully it's a cramp. It looks like a cramp.
Stretching out like he's a cramp. We were just talking about how they're getting everything down with the handoffs, center quarterback exchange, backfield motions, all working. Good news is it's been all run tonight. You're not. I don't think you're going to expect Oakland Martin here to come in and do a bunch of passing.
It will be second and long. It's a lot more than a tackle for 1 yard loss. It's more like 2.
Put your hands together for number 5, Corver Riley.
Yeah, and he's been doing a lot tonight. It looks like it was just a cramp. We're hoping that's all it is, and he can hop back in there. When you're straining as much as he's been playing, this kind of stuff can happen. Some Gatorade, get a banana, some pickle juice, some mustard, blah, something.
Martin will fake the handoff. He'll keep it and run it. Bring it out here to this near side. And he refuses to go down.
Yeah, I like that.
At 25.
I like that play call. You get a backup quarterback in there. Quickest way to get them them up to speed is let them run the ball. I understand maybe you want to protect him a little bit, but shoot, you're on your 4th string quarterback. What's it going to hurt?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get up to speed really quick. I like that play call, just getting him involved, getting his head in the game.
3rd and 8 now here for Bear River. Martin will stay in there for another set and a handoff. Fair to Rigdon Vonk up middle. That'll be enough for Frank Mays to do 1st down inside the red zone.
Nice run to find the Bears, and that is another Bear River 1st down.
That's such a valuable thing to be able to do on 3rd and long, hand the ball off and get a 1st down. Credit to those blockers up front, right in front of Rigdon Vonk, but give him some credit as well, just finding the soft spot in that defense, finding the soft spot in that formation, just making a cut and getting north and south.
Now Cruz needing to be stretched out.
And that's exactly what you don't want to have if you're Deseret Peak. We talked a little bit about how Carter Stroyek was the player to bank on. If it wasn't going to be him, it was, for the players we picked, it was going to be Cruz Anderson. So they're 2 best players now on the sideline as well.
Martin all alone here in the backfield. 2 lineouts up top, 1 here at the bottom, and it was Miller. And Martin kicks it into another gear and dives forward.
Number 7, Martin, keeping the ball for the Bears.
That'll be another Frank Mays-Skidoo 1st down.
Yeah, credit to Oakland coming in here and just getting behind his pads.
They mark him short, but till 2nd and 1.
Finishing these runs strong.
Oh, they give it to him. That's a Frank Mays-Skidoo 1st down. Clock continues to roll at about the 20 seconds left to go here in the 3rd.
Yeah, give Frank May their credit. They got that 1st down.
Then get your snowmobiles ready.
Oh, man. Can we just not worry about snow for a minute, Andy? Don't say the S word. Not ready.
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
Let's just let time expire here in the 3rd. We'll flip the field. It'll be 1st and goal for Bear River. Up 30-7, but knocking on the door. We'll be right back.
Great Basin Industrial has been building America with epic safety and quality since 2007, specializing in steel fabrication, machining, and paint. GBI engineers, ships, installs, and repairs a wide range of products. They design and build all steel and alloy work according to the highest industry standards. Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits. The Grill restaurant has plenty of options for the whole family. Check out their new menu items for a lunch date or dinner celebration. They have a lot of new products including entrees, sandwiches, rice bowls, and desserts. They even have additional sides to up your meal choices. Let the Grill help you plan what's for dinner.
And the start of the 4th quarter is a run for a Golden Spike Power Sports touchdown here from Oakland Martin.
Yeah, great job. Oakland Martin, he came in after Corver Riley went down with, looks like just cramping up, but it's exactly what you want to see from your backup quarterback coming in, just setting the tone with how he runs the ball. And again, like we talked about, when you're having the success on the ground, no need to even try to pass at this point.
Stone Higley here for the point after. Ty has the holder, and it's through the uprights.
With 11 minutes 55 seconds to go in the game.
37-7. Still a whole quarter to go. We'll be right back.
Earning your degree doesn't have to be complex. USU Brigham City lets you stay close to home and save money. As an Aggie, you'll have access to a personalized education with student support from faculty mentors. Let us help you achieve your goals your way. On campus, online, this is your U-State.
Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life.
Stone Higley ready to kick. This one away. And this one back of the end zone and out. So touchback, 20-yard line we go for Deseret Peak.
Yeah, and this is always a tough position to be in as a play caller when, basically nothing has worked tonight and you're on your backup quarterback. Nothing in your run game's been getting going. You can't, for lack of a better term, you can't trust your offensive line to pick up the pressure that's been coming in. It's just haven't been able to identify the blitzers or pick anything up. So what are you going to call to try to get some positive momentum here? Again, as I talk about how tough it is, they have to call a timeout after coming out of a timeout to try to figure that out.
Yeah, they saved the delay of game penalty, another Twisted Sugar timeout. I think they got one left.
I don't think the scoreboard is correct. Scoreboard showing they got all three left. But
I mean, yeah, no seniors here on Deseret Peak, so
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Everybody coming back.
Everybody's coming back.
You're getting so much experience for these sophomores, juniors.
I'm obviously very biased towards offensive line, being an offensive lineman myself, but that's where you got to spend the most time. You got to get those guys to gel up front. You got to get the chemistry, the communication, the play identification, just that football IQ around what you're trying to do and how you communicate that as a coach to your players, especially your offensive line, of like, this is what we want to do and this is how we're going to do it, and here's what I need you to do. Just the time and stuff it takes to be able to do that is just not easy to do.
Cruz Anderson catches this one in the backfield, runs it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just being able to get an offense in sync. It's only been, this is the 9th game of the year, and so when you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's probably only been 3 months that this team has been together.
Oh, yeah.
Even going back into August when fall camp started, these guys have only been together 3 months, been playing football together for 3 whole months. I think to your point, everybody's coming back. I think you're going to see a much different team next year.
Good throwing, almost a catch as Cruz wants that one back.
Yeah, and they finally got that quick route working over the middle. Cruz Anderson you could see he's frustrated with himself. Just doesn't haul it in before he starts trying to run with it. Results in incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10.
Two outs here at the bottom, 2 up at the top. Overman looks to his left, lets it go in the middle of the field, got his man. Big gain through the air, forward progress is stopped on the other side of the 50 here for the Golden Eagles.
By far the biggest play of the night, and the pressure gets picked up enough for the Deseret Peak Eagles. They got a penalty.
That was Tennessee again catching that one.
They're gonna, I think they might get a roughing the passer. We'll see, which adds another 15. But man, that's got to be a big sigh of relief at this point in the game. Was roughing the passer, that'll tack on 15 more. Just to be able to get something down the field, get a play off, get a pass off, get some actual yardage. I mean, anytime that Deseret Peak has had anything positive happen, get a first down, they immediately start going backward. And we talked about that, the stats at halftime, you know, averaging at negative 1.5 through the first half, 1.5 yards per play. Now they've got on Bear River side of the ball here, or side of the field, excuse me.
This one going incomplete, intended to receiver number 3, Zane Carter.
Yeah, and again, that's the second time that's happened on some of those quick passes that just got dropped, but they're there. That's what you want to be able to see if you're Deseret Peak. Just get the ball in the hands of these outside guys on the outside. It'll start to back off this pressure a little bit. Allow you to get into more of your run game and other things as well.
This is picked up, but I don't think Cruz knew that one was coming.
Yeah, and they've kind of ran that same concept a few different times. They had it picked was it 2 drives ago? But yeah, he's just looking for Cruz Anderson coming across the middle, and Cruz was not ready for it, not looking for it. Just goes incomplete.
2nd and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. 10.5 to go. We're here in the 4th quarter. If the playoffs was to start tonight, Bear River would be traveling to Salem Hills for that first game. Overman with a throw and leads Anderson too far on that one. Hard to throw on the run.
That is a hard throw, especially going to the sideline on the run. Brings up 4th and 10 here. At this point, you got to go for it if you're Deseret Peak. And I know the square root of 0 about Salem Hills, so I don't know how their season has gone or who they've played really.
Two wideouts here at the bottom, 3 at the top. Little
off course,
out of nowhere. Great catch here by Zane Carter.
I did not, when he let that go, I did not think there was any way.
That's Overman throwing it to a spot and saying, I want you here.
Yeah, he just says, like, go get it. You know, there is oh my goodness. Yeah, he just threw that to a spot and basically let Carter run underneath that one and get a first down. I mean, they're honestly kind of probably lucky that a Bear defender didn't pick it off, but wow, credit to them for getting that one off and keeping this drive going.
High snap, he pulls it down, and Bear River in the backfield. Dallin Rice, first one to get there.
Yeah, and you have to know there's going to be a 4th rusher coming. The Bears have these 3 down linemen. There's going to be a 4th. They've been bringing a 5th, even a 6th tonight. But where's that 4th person coming from? In that case, it was Dallin Rice. Comes unblocked. Again, talking about identifying these fronts. We won't beat a dead horse, but got to be able to start identifying some of these. You know, and that's going to come with experience, come with time, learning the offense. But tonight, it's not serving them very well.
Overman with the throw, and this one coming back the other way. Another new course steal. Riley Bingham gets this one. Trying to find another gear and tackled from behind here by Cruz Anderson.
Yeah, just an ill-advised throw. You know, he just doesn't see the defender sitting there on that route. I'd like to see Bingham tuck that one away as he's running. Cruz Anderson runs him down, but that turnover battle's coming back in Bear River's favor now.
Corbett Riley back out there under center. Pitching this one here to Vonk. Run this one. Here to the near side. Stays inbounds. It gets spun down inside the 20. Another Frank Mason can do first down here for Bear River.
Yeah, great job just following those blockers out there on the edge. You can almost feel the deflation coming out of Deseret Peak after that interception. And you could see just kind of how that looked. Yeah, and the Deseret Peak coach right now is bringing up everybody after that turnover and that initial play on defense. He's just letting them know, like, that's can't have that happen. You got to play every play your hardest. He's letting his entire team know, and he, honestly, that's what he's trying to do. Is he's trying to build a culture. You know, you got to, you know, there's that famous saying in coaching. You know, you're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. You know, and if you're in that instance with that kind of effort coming out on defense, you know, are you allowing that kind of effort to happen? If you are, you're basically coaching it to happen. And, you know, credit to Deseret Peak's coach and just trying to get his guys going even in the face of.
And look at this.
That's exactly what you want to have happen after a timeout like that. That kind of effort.
Clayton Barron's nowhere to go, and Xavier Valdez in the backfield.
It's like we've talked about. It's been a rough season. No wins in a season is never fun for anyone involved. But man, you know, credit to what they're trying to build there as far as the culture goes and giving effort. You know, it's not going to be like this for forever. You know, things are going to get better for Deseret Peak just by virtue of playing together longer. But you got to have that culture set up, and you got to have a way to keep these guys, you know, motivated, playing hard.
Corbett Riley looks to the air this time and underthrows this one incomplete. Stops the clock, will bring up third down. Got to get to the 8-yard line here for first down. Pitching it back over to Rigdon Vonk. See what he can do with blockers in front of him, and he just busts through the defense. Broken tackles, still won't reach about that pylon. He'll be down to the 2.
You know, credit to Rigdon Vonk. He is running hard. He comes up here and a lot of running backs, when you get hit like this, you kind of get a little bit of a wrap up. You stop their legs and just kind of fall forward. He keeps his legs going. We just, after praising kind of the effort that got dialed up there by Deseret Peak, that kind of falls back there and just not finishing a play. You know, you got to make sure you're wrapping up, getting guys to the ground.
I think, yeah, they had him stood up.
They did a couple times, and yeah, now the Bears are going to be here first and goal from the 2.
Dallin Rice in the backfield now.
Look for the dive here.
Oh, it's Corbett Riley looking for Golden Spike Power Sports touchdown. He won't get it this time.
Yeah, it almost was been better off handing it off to Dallin Rice there. Just Dallin Rice got met in the hole and just kind of plugged it. Didn't allow Corbett Riley to move forward all the way to the end zone. Yeah, just kind of kept him out just enough. Took down under 7.5 minutes by the time we get this one off, but this should put the Bears up. Even more here if they can get this one in the end zone.
Same formation as last time. And Corbett Riley will be in for a Golden Spike Power Sports touchdown. Dallin Rice giving a little shove across the line. 43-7, Stone Higley. Ready to add one more. Kick is up and kick is good.
Kick is up and good.
So 44-7 lead here for Bear River. 7 minutes 25 seconds still left to go. And we'll be right back.
Investing in your education is an investment in yourself. Open doors with a degree from Utah State University and find your path to a more rewarding future. Reach your goals by attending USU Brigham City while staying close to home and saving money. Give yourself a chance to see the return. Your way, on campus, online. This is your U State.
Monica Clevenger, a locally licensed realtor and notary public, has experience in the title business, equipping her with invaluable knowledge about the intricacies of property transactions.
Stone Higley. Kicks this one into the end zone for a touchback.
Another great kick by number 0. Stone Higley for the Bears.
Again, senior night here for Bear River. Stone Higley. Going to be missed next year.
Yeah, one of those things that always gets taken for granted when you have a kicker you can rely on. It's nice to never to have to worry about it, and then when you don't have one, it can keep a coach up at night. You know what I mean?
3 wideouts up top, 2 at the bottom, and again, Cruz, just an off night for him.
Yeah, and been a handful of those, not just on Cruz Anderson. There's been a handful of those passes. They just hit him in the chest, hit him in the hands, and they just get dropped. I don't know if they're just anxious to try to get the ball and get more yards.
Three wideouts here at the bottom, 2 at the top. Overman going to try to run away from Garn and throws it as he's diving out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Yeah, the Bears are still dialing up pressure. Bring up another 3rd and long here. I expect them to dial up something again. That's another thing too that we haven't really seen any adjustments made is, yep, they're going to get him on the penalty here. But it's basically just been a 5-down offensive line. You know, you haven't had any tight ends, you haven't had any running backs stay in to block for the most part. It's just some of those other little things you can put in as a play caller, play designer type aspect is, how can we bring in a tight end or 2 or a tight end and running back and really kind of bring enough guys to actually block.
Sutherland almost gets this one on a circus catch, but it goes incomplete. Overman takes a shot as he throws it.
Yeah, and these quarterbacks for Deseret Peak have been getting lit up tonight.
See it here on the CNR replay.
See, and that pressure is just, nobody's accounting for them. That's hard. How can you bring in some kind of tight end or running back and just have that extra blocker or 2 in there to help not get so many free shots on the quarterback.
Good on Deseret Peak for getting this punt out. It'll be down inside the 40.
We're going to have another penalty here. Looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike. I don't know if they're going to get it on Deseret Peak or Bear River. Carson Sutherland was tied up. The player from Deseret Peak. I'm not sure who they're going to get it on. Yeah, to your point on that punt. You know, Carter Stroyek still been in punting. He hasn't been able to play quarterback. Ball actually was on the ground for a second from that snap, but he still gets it off.
Talk about where to spot this ball. 5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here on senior night.
Looks like they're going to call it against Bear River. They will.
From the 22. Martin back in as quarterback.
You wonder if Corver's night's done tonight.
And off up middle. On a good little. John gets a Frank Mason first down here for Bear River.
Yeah, when you're running the ball like this, you don't mind putting in your second string quarterback when you got a big lead. Clock will tick down here. We'll be right around 4 minutes left.
Jack Christensen, the ball runner, ball carrier. And pretty much all the penalty yards back. Christensen again. This time wrapped up, but still gain of 5. Flag will come in at the end.
There's just been so much of that. Just little things after the play. You know, and I don't know who's been instigating it or anything like that, but man, frustrations are boiling over. And it's tough not to. I mean, both these teams have, you know, combined for 2 wins on the year. You know, that's tough to. They're going to get the Bears again. Backing them up. I was just going to mention before that penalty came out, just Deseret Peak just not had a good night of getting off blocks at all. You know, when they've been getting blocked up by this Bears front, they've stayed blocked, and it's allowed these running backs to get in these lanes and do a good job.
Timeout taken here. Twisted Sugar timeout. We'll take it with them and be back for the conclusion of this one. Here on Senior Night.
Tanglewood Studios has something for everyone, whether it's dance, cheer, color guard, or gymnastics. There's even recreational all-boys gymnastics along with Mamma Me classes. Family rates are available, so come join the fun. Central Milling is personally invested in the quality of their products and their relationships with customers and suppliers. They are also a proud supporter of high school sports.
Martin with the quarterback carry coming out of the Twisted Sugar timeout. Gain of 2. Gonna bring up a 3rd down here for Bear River. And the burn on the clock begins.
Yeah, I think we are in the running the clock situation now, just based on the score as well. So, I mean, you could see if the Bears try to go to the pass here, line up in this overload tree formation in the backfield. Oh, ball's on the ground.
Martin trying to do something with it. I think, no, they do say he was down with it. Yeah, he'd be down right.
Yep.
Here, and then it comes out.
Bears are not running up their punt team. It's about 4th and 25, so
yeah, you got to get to the 42.
I don't know what play call you got for 4th and 25, but
that's your play on 4th and long. Draws the defense offsides.
Well, 4th and 20, not much different than 4th and 25. Maybe they'll just see if they can draw them offsides 3 more times, 4 more times. Make this more manageable.
So next week's going to be another short week. It'll be a Thursday game over at Ridgeline to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah. Well, kind of like you said, Andy, I don't think this is going to affect the RPI too much for either of these teams. Yeah, they're trying to draw them offsides again. And they'll get the delay, so they'll be right back where they started. And I think they're just going to let the clock keep running. Maybe that's what they're doing, is they're just going to let the clock keep running and not have to run a play or punt or give the ball back to Deseret Peak. And here comes.
Yeah, Stone Egley's coming out on the field now.
Is he? I didn't see him. Yeah,
he's kind of standing back looking. Saying we are going to kick it?
Kind of lined up as. Oh, there he goes. Like he's lined up as a wing or receiver or something, but.
You never know.
Yeah, they've.
And with the play clock at 30, they don't have to snap this ball.
They don't. Yeah, this is pretty.
Unless they didn't reset the clock, and it is a delay game.
It is. Yeah, this is pretty wild to me that they're just allowing basically 3 penalties in a row, and by virtue of the score, they're just going to let the clock run out, and that's going to be it. That's pretty wild that that's what they did, but clock will run out.
And on senior night, Bear River will get the win 44-7 over Deseret Peak. We've got our grill player of the game, chatting with the coach, brought to you by Chancellor Sod Farms, still to come. A little bit more for you at Bear River High School before we end the week. I'd like to thank these sponsors right here on your screen for allowing us to bring you as much coverage as we can here in the fall sports as it's starting to wind down. We'll be back on the other side of this commercial break. Have some interviews down with Claire Wood when we come back.
For all your project needs, shop at Greer's Hardware. Happily serving the community since 1976.
At Roach Financial Group, take advantage of our Salt Lake City, Utah, and our Tremont, Utah offices. Locally in Tremont, Utah, we have Julie Holmes as our client management specialist. We have Riley Summers as our investment management specialist. And Chrissy Roach as our life, health, and Medicare specialist. When you're with Roach Financial Group, you're with the Cowboys.
Monica Clevenger is a locally licensed realtor and notary public. She's passionate about helping people navigate the real estate market. As a longtime resident, she understands the unique charm and opportunities Box Elder County offers. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, her goal is to make your real estate experience smooth and enjoyable. Bear River Floral and Gifts has something for everyone. Whether you're getting flowers for that special someone or a gift to brighten someone's day, they have plenty of options for you to choose from. Their floral designers have the expertise to create something breathtaking. Stop by their shop on Main Street today.
Kent's is your one-stop shop for fresh produce, bakery items, deli, and meat. Stop by today for fast, friendly service.
Let GBI help you get your project completed on time and on budget. If you're looking for work, join GBI's team for a great work environment, competitive pay, and benefits. The Grill restaurant has plenty of options for the whole family. Check out their new menu items for a lunch date or dinner celebration. They have a lot of new products including entrees, sandwiches, rice bowls, and desserts. They even have additional sides to up your meal choices. Let the Grill help you plan what's for dinner.
With over 60 years of experience and personalized service, Guild Mortgage is your key to home ownership in Box Elder County and beyond. Stop by or give us a call today. Guild Mortgage, own what matters.
For all your embroidery and screen printing needs, whether for business or just for fun, stop by Cover Up in Tremont or Brigham. At Cover Up, yeah, we can do that.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. Let Kimberly Raydell and her team provide you with the best service for your home, auto, and life. Bear River Animal Hospital takes care of small and large animals, providing pediatric care all the way up to senior pets. They deliver high-quality, customized vet services with their dedicated team. Services include exams, vaccinations, surgeries, dentistry, fully equipped laboratory and pharmacy, along with x-ray and ultrasound. Many of these same services can be conveniently provided on the farm. Bear River Animal Hospital is filled with highly trained animal lovers who will provide the best care for the animals in your life.
Welcome back here to Bear River High School here on senior night. Your final 44-7. We got our chat with the coach, brought to you by Chance Share Sod Farms. We're gathering up some players for some interviews as well. But looks like the coach is ready. Claire's ready. We can take it down to the field. Claire Wood with your chatting with the coach.
Thank you. So, Coach, it's always great to get a win on senior night, especially with this group of boys. What do we have to say about our overall play tonight?
They played hard. They played confident. Seniors played well. Obviously, we want to get a win for them, so it's nice to do that and finish the job. But I was happy with the run game and the offensive line and the defense and kind of just put it together. And obviously, we got a tougher opponent next week, so we just got to build off the good stuff and learn from it. So.
Yes, definitely. We want to take that momentum with us into Ridgeline's game. What do we have to say about the seniors this year?
They're resilient, right? It's been a tough season. It's been heavy a lot of the times, and our seniors have stuck to it and played hard and done everything we've asked of them, and they keep showing up, and so that's a lot to say about boys that find a lot of adversity through a season. So I'm proud of them for doing that.
Yes, definitely. We love our seniors. There is one senior missing. We dedicated the first play of the game to him. What do we have to say about Cam West?
Yeah, obviously we miss him. We miss him a lot. But it's nice to have his family still in our program and his little brother. And, it'll be nice to see him wear that number 75. But Cam always had a smile on his face, and he loved football. And, hopefully he's smiling down on all of us. So I think he is.
Yes, definitely. We can feel his love out on the field, and we can feel the love for the boys have for him tonight. What can we expect going into Ridgeline next week?
They're the number one team in the state. It's going to be a very tough matchup, but obviously our boys have showed up every single week and fought, and so that's what I expect next week. And obviously we have things in front of us like the playoffs and all that stuff, and so we got to build on this week and have some good things happen next week as well to set ourselves up for the playoffs.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Andy.
All right, thanks, Claire. And thanks, Jan Share, for sponsoring our Chatting with the Coach. We'll get some players and wrap up our coverage here for tonight. Oh, Claire's ready here for your player of the game, brought to you by The Grill. Take it away.
Thank you. So, Bennett, you are our grill player of the game today. You had a great set, both offensive and defensive. What do you have to say about your play tonight?
Defense did what they were supposed to, and then offense came in and did their job too. So, came out with the win.
Yes, definitely. You don't normally play offense. How'd you prepare for this game tonight?
Just a lot of studying the playbook and doing good in practice, just trying to get in there and do my best,
Yes, definitely. You also haven't played many games this season. You were out for a little bit, and then you came back. What do you have to say about coming back into the game and missing a few?
Just even when you're out like that and stuff happens, just always work hard in practice, never give up. You always got to work hard even when you're out. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Bennett. Back to you.
All right, we'll just keep it with you, Claire.
Okay. So, Corver, it's your senior year. It was your senior night. You took out a win. How do you feel about tonight's play?
I feel good. We got the win. That's what we ultimately came here for, and that's what we needed to do. We definitely faced some adversity throughout it, but I'm glad and proud of the way we handled it and bounced back.
Yes, for sure. You fought some knee problems through this game. How is your knee?
My knee's completely fine. That was the worst cramp I've ever had in my life. My calf was cramping, and then when I'd stretch it, my hip would cramp, and so I need to eat more bananas.
Perfect. Okay, so you did bring out Cam's jersey tonight, and you are missing him as part of the team. How is that?
It's a weird feeling. We grew up with Cam all our life and played football with him throughout. He loved football more than anyone I know, and it really is just a hole that we represented out there with the jersey. It's just a hole in our hearts and our community, but I'm glad we were able to get the win to represent him, and hopefully we made him proud tonight.
Yes, definitely. I know he's proud of you guys. What do you have to say about the rest of your senior crew?
I love them. I love these boys. I'd go to battle with them any day against anyone. It's weird that this is the last time I'm going to be on this field balling out, so I don't know. It's weird. I love them all, but I think we can do great things together.
Yes, definitely. We expect nothing but great things from you. Thank you. Back to you, Andy. Oh,
Hook shots.
back to you, Andy.
Hook shots, Joe.
He's already moved on to basketball.
He's already looking forward to basketball.
Somebody needs to tell him he's got next week and probably the week after to play football. So, yeah, great to see the Bears get a win, especially on senior night. You want to send your seniors off right for the last time they're going to play on this field. A lot of good things. I mean, Coach Waite said it. You got a tougher opponent next week, to say the least. How are you gonna carry over the positives? How are you gonna carry over what you did well tonight? How are you gonna build on it? Kind of what we talked about with the offense, finding ways to build off of the same play, same motions. Can you add some different wrinkles to it? Formations, pass plays, run plays. How can you just keep that defense on its heels? Because you got a good one up next week. Both sides of the ball. They've got, arguably one of the best players in the state on the defensive side of the ball. Really high-powered offense. So, be a great opportunity to see what the Bears can do next week and get into the playoffs.
We'll have that one for you. Remember, it's a Thursday kickoff at 7 o'clock over there in Nibley, Millville area.
I think they claim Millville. So we'll call Millville.
All right. You passed the sign that says Nibley, but I don't know. Well, that'll do it for us. Joe, thanks for your help. And for Claire, myself, and Jessica, have a good rest of the weekend. And we will see you for more football on Thursday. All right, here on Bear River Live.